How's it going today, guys? GAME-O-HOLIC here once again with another retro modern pickups. These boxes don't look any different. They always get sent to me the same way, but they always have one of the most important things in them, and that's video games. Let's check it out. So today, once again, we are adding a console to the list. Now, I know you guys already know that I own the Retron 5, which has its way of playing multiple consoles. NES, Famicom, Super Famicom, Super Nintendo, the list goes on. But nobody said anything about me finally picking up a Famicom. So when I picked this up, it was a little dirty. It has been recently cleaned up since then. Just listen to that old school metal door. Now this was only obviously exclusive in Japan. This is the Japanese version of the original Nintendo. I have all the hookups here with it, which I had to buy separately. But the great thing was, I only paid $10 for this. What an outstanding price to add a console to the collection. Next up on the list is a game that I had pre-ordered a while back, and I know it's going to get some flack from people, but I'm glad to finally have it. And this is Lollipop Chainsaw Repop. Now, this is a remaster of the Xbox 360 PS3 game that had come out. I chose to get it on PS5 because I want more games for my PS5. Now, this is a game that goes for a substantial amount of money on other consoles right now, as I don't think it's backwards compatible. I could be wrong. And I heard a lot of negative things about this version, but I don't care. I'm a sucker for this game got remastered. This game's getting ported up. So I'll give it a shot, you know. Don't ever judge a review by a review. Make your own decision, your own compliments, your own thing on this. Next up on the list is another one of those games that can be translated to English, which is great. Now, I already have the Xbox 360 and all the ports of this, but I was missing one, and that is Bayonetta for the PS3. And I like to call this the sussy version because she has her butt pretty much sticking out on the cover, but, you know, it's not like anything needs to be censored out here. But this is now a Nintendo product, you know, a Nintendo character. But picking this up, learning that the game is in full English, was a no-brainer to pick it up, especially at $2, so I'm not going to complain there. Also, what we're adding to the list, now this actually came back out as far as the Famicom, and a lot of the text is in Japanese, but the voiceover and everything for the game is in full English. And that is Famicom Wars on the GameCube. Now, this is one of those tactical games. I don't know a lot about them. I know people who do, which is why I picked this up. Maybe possibly talk about it in a future video. But around $2 for this, hey, I'm not going to complain. And you know how these Japanese games are supposed to have the slipcovers. It's missing one, but hey, for $2, I'm not going to complain. Next up on the list, this was an interesting one that I never knew about for the PlayStation, and that is Chocobo Racing. Now, Chocobo Racing for the PlayStation, obviously, you know, the Chocobos are from Final Fantasy. There was a bunch of Mystery Dungeon games that all came out. I'm trying to stay more close to the retro fighting / racing games. You know, it's a lot easier to more or less maintain playing some of these games. But that is why I chose to pick this one up, because I love racing games. Next adding to the list, now this was a very interesting one that I picked up, and I've been wanting to play this on multiple consoles, but I never had a chance to get it until now. And that is D, Complete in Box for Sega Saturn. And I don't know a lot about this game. To my knowledge, it looks like an interactive game I could be wrong. Not Interactive, the company. This game was made by Acclaim. But kind of like the pre-days of, like, let's say Until Dawn or something like that. I have watched some footage on this, and it looks weird, if that makes any sense. Eventually, I will get around to playing this, and who knows? It'll probably pop up in a future Game-O-Holic episode. Next up on the list, this one has been on my hit list for a long time, and that is Blue Stinger on the Sega Dreamcast. Now, this one I only paid about $3 for, and this kind of reminds me, it's hard to say. I'd say it kind of reminds me of, like, Space meets Resident Evil. This is one of those games that goes for a substantial amount of money in American, but I wanted to pick this up because this is a game that I wanted to finally play. Even the background, you know, even the back part of the artwork is kind of yelling at me because it says Merry Christmas, I'll kill you. But hey, it's one of those games that I'm finally going to be able to get to play. So for a couple of bucks, cannot complain. And I want to thank you guys once again for tuning into another Retro Modern Pickups video. It's always fun around here, and you guys know how to make it more fun. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content, more episodes, and more fun here on the Game-O-Holic channel. And as always, guys, stay retro.